Is knee pain troubling you? Do you really know your calf's important role in this? I'll reveal it to you now in this video and show you some wonderful exercises that can really help with your pain. If you join in right away, you'll know immediately if it applies to you too. Let's get started. However, before we get started, let's take a moment to understand why having excessive tension, or more specifically, a shortening of the calf muscle, is so closely connected to the experience of knee pain. This muscle extends all the way from the heel, starting at the Achilles tendon, and reaches up to this point where it integrates and connects into this area. When the calf muscles apply too much force and pull too hard, they draw the thigh closer to the shin, effectively creating tension between the upper leg and the lower leg, and in between is the knee, and that causes the excessive tension in the joint. And we resolve that simply by relaxing the large calf muscle back here, which is the one that defines the shape of the calf, by simply stretching it. And that's what we're going to do now. Before we start, I'd like to ask you, at home, and also you, Gabby, to really feel the calf. Take a casual walk back and forth, really immerse yourself in feeling your knee, and take a few more steps. Simply as a status report, consider how it feels beforehand and how it feels afterward. Now let's go ahead and start with the classic approach. The classic method is when you stand against the wall like this. We're focusing on the right calf now, okay? Extend your right leg back, keep it very straight. All right, pay attention, hold that position for a moment, as many tend to stand just like Gabby originally did. And that's the main mistake here. It's often done wrong. So please place the foot perpendicular to the wall. And since the foot is slightly conical, where you're considering whether it's perpendicular to the wall or the inside is perpendicular to the wall, just take the middle. And you position the center perpendicular to the wall. This is really important so that in the calf muscles, the right areas of the muscle are also well stretched. Because turning the foot outward is a compensation that you do involuntarily if you're not paying attention. The foot always wants to turn outward because it wants to escape the stretch. But we need it in the correct position so that the calf stretch is as complete as it needs to be for your knee to feel better. And what you're doing now is basically this. You simply walk, paying close attention to make sure that the knee remains fully extended. Sometimes there's a situation where you're not quite sure if your knee is straight or not. If that happens, then you slightly ease yourself out of the stretch, move backward a little, fully extend once more, pay attention to your limit, and then go back into the stretch by bending your left side. And then you have the absolute certainty that it's fully extended. The heel should not lift off the ground at all, and now you bend the left knee as much as necessary until the area up here begins to noticeably hurt, reaching that point where you feel it. That it's just bearable enough. So a comforting, feel-good pain intensity needs to be triggered in this stretch. And then you basically remain in that position. Maintain it for approximately 1 full minute, and then you press down with your forefoot as if you're attempting to go up on tiptoes, but make sure to keep your knee straight without bending it. And now this is strength training in this elongated position of the calf. Strength is applied, and that is super valuable because it provides even more relaxation and it offers much better control options for the joint, for the knee, and for the ankle as well. Nice and slowly go deeper, just to the point where it's still comfortably bearable, and now push the ball of your foot against the ground again. Really press it firmly against it, really press firmly. Release once more and keep progressing further in. Okay then, now gradually start to ease your way out, and those of you at home, do the same as well. And take a few steps and compare left with right. Much more comfortable. You notice it instantly, huh? Not sure if you hear it. Gabby isn't mic'd now. She says much more pleasant because it feels much lighter, much more relaxed. Yes. That's why we do the other side too. That's why we're doing the other side now. We really want to do something good for ourselves now. So once again, second round, hands against the wall, left leg back. Okay, and what should we pay attention to? That the foot is straight. Please be very careful about that. It's super important. Extend your knee fully, and now move back into the stretch. That's right. Keep it up just like that. That the stretching pain in this particular area remains at a level that is still comfortably bearable. Got it roughly? Okay. Just barely tolerable. And stay in and breathe. Breathe in deeply, breathe out deeply. And wait until it stings a little less. Even if the angle might be quite different for you. You might be standing much, much steeper and it already pulls quite a bit. Then you know you have a lot to work on. However, every single practice session is definitely worth it because you just experienced how different it can really feel. With each stretch, a lot is always happening, and the more often you do it, the better. Keep going in. Have we started the strength training yet? Nope, right? Not with that side yet, exactly. Now we're starting. Now press with your left foot, with the forefoot, with the toes and the ball at the front as firmly as possible against the ground. Apply firm pressure against it. And then release, but do not bend it. Absolutely do not bend it. Loosen up and go further into the stretch. Yes. And once again, you push down as firmly as you possibly can with your left forefoot against the ground. Really press firmly against it. Relax and gently ease a little further in. You can really support yourself against the wall quite well, especially when you are tensing up. And breathe in a little deeper. Deep in, deep out. And go out. You at home as well, walk a few steps back and forth and feel inside. Okay? It's amazing, right? So just do the math, okay? We've done 2 simple exercises, been practicing here for just a few minutes, and already the knee feels completely different. However, if you just do it once and then leave it, it will take a few days and you're right back to the same tense state as you were before. Yes? So, now we'll do another version if you don't have a wall near you, for example if you're out in the desert. Join me, stand up and carefully step back with your right foot. Make sure to pay attention. Remember, the foot must remain straight. And now you just gently bend your left knee and you can effortlessly achieve a good stretch, even without the need to depend on the wall for support. But your foot is pointing outward again. You've fallen back into your body's habit, so to speak. And keep going deeper and deeper. Exactly, really go down nice and deep. Make sure to keep your leg fully extended. And now you can basically trigger the same thing. And it has the advantage that you're also strengthening your thighs here at the same time. You could also stand a bit further forward, just take a step back, place your foot right here. Good. And then you notice the stretching again. Now it's easier. Now it's easier because now you stand tall, stretch. Yes. That's for one side. Do the same again for the other side. You at home, please do it too. Exactly. Push it nicely back. Fully extend the left knee. The foot should definitely not point outward. Look down. Look down. Do you see? That's the only way. You should make it a priority to occasionally check your back foot at home because your body doesn't naturally sense when there's a mistake. You need to correct it visually. That's 30 years of experience speaking. I know how it works. Even after 30 years, I still adjust it myself. The body just does it automatically. And if you're not careful and don't keep reminding yourself to keep it straight here, you'll make the mistake and won't get the full stretch or the complete effect. And here, we didn't do it on the other side, but you can definitely still incorporate some strength training exercises. You should press down with your left forefoot as hard as you can manage, so your left knee really must stay straight. Then let go again and go further in. And now walk a few steps back and forth. You notice it right away, don't you? It's totally crazy. Okay, I hope you notice it at home too. What you're seeing, Gabi, right now is our knee saver. If you don't have it, you can still get a sense of the effect by stacking a few books. It might not be exactly the same, but you'll still feel the difference when your foot is pre-stretched, so to speak. The huge advantage of this is that you are with the weight positioned over your ankle. In the other exercises, the foot is far back. You really have to work hard to keep the knees straight so you can apply strength in the proper way. Here you have the center of gravity directly over the ankle. And that's why it's much easier to practice this way and also much more intense. The same amount of time, but with more intensity, results in a much better effect. You just stand there, allowing gravity to do the work for you, and at the precise moment you decide to go on tiptoes, simply lift as though you aim to rise, ensuring the knee stays extended, and typically, gravity alone is sufficient to keep the foot firmly grounded. You can do strength training in there as well. Helpful tips and advice for that are available here. And now as we reach the conclusion, I'll show you the ultimate challenge, the crowning discipline, because you essentially go back to the knee stretcher so that you can ensure you're in a truly optimal and effective pre-stretch position. Move your hips forward as far as it remains comfortably bearable. Use a chair to hold on in case you need, or find something that you can hold on to for support. And then you slowly go down, arching your back. Please be careful, you mustn't let your pelvis shift backward at any point during the movement. You absolutely need to maintain your position right there. And now, Gabby, you can actually feel it for yourself. The stretch is noticeable here, but you can also feel it in the back of your leg. And that provides more relief for the knee. Just stay in it for now. Try to recreate it at home somehow, even if you don't have the knee hero yet. Position yourself on a slightly raised platform, lean your entire body forward, and make sure that your hips do not shift backward. Stay in there for a moment, breathe in and out 3 or 4 times. And tense up, try to apply pressure without lifting the heel off the ground. Yes, without lifting the heel. And let's go ahead and release once more. Now gently move your hips slightly further forward. Or even with your torso moving forward. Find your limit. Keep going into the stretch. Okay, that's exactly right. Now release and take a few steps and try to feel it. Careful. Yes? That's even better. You see, we're simply stretching the muscles and fascia, and we're not doing anything more complex than that. It's truly a straightforward and effective technique. Afterwards, the joint feels much better. We've seen improvements every single time. Just imagine what it would be like to do that on your entire body. Think about how incredible that would feel. And if you're eager to systematically achieve this sensation of well-being throughout your whole body, then I've got a fantastic idea for you. We offer many videos on different topics to help you relieve your pain. Just go ahead and subscribe to our channel. There are different playlists for exercises to help you exactly with what you need. And if you click down here, you'll receive an additional knee routine, offering even more exercises to enhance your increased well-being in the knee. Enjoy running.